Hi, my name is M. Ranganathan. This is a short presentation on ferroalloy industry in India. Let us first understand what is a ferroalloy. The ferroalloy is an additive to steel which imparts certain unique qualities to steel, like it increases the resistance of the steel to corrosion and oxidation, it improves the hardenability, tensile strength, it increases the creep strength, and it also imparts certain engineering properties to the steel by which the steel can be used for certain specialized purposes. The ferroalloys are also used as raw material in production of certain special steels and in some stainless steel and alloy steels. Now, having said this, we can easily understand that the demand for ferroalloys mainly comes from the steel, different types of steel. So, if we list out the demand drivers for ferroalloys, it will look something like this: the crude steel production, alloy steel production, stainless steel production, and special steel production. These are the main demand drivers for ferroalloys. Now, having said this, let us underline the point that although it's a very low constituents, meaning the percentage of ferroalloy in steel is very minimal, very minuscule part. In spite of that, they play a very vital role in imparting certain qualities of steel. Therefore, it's an important ingredient in steel making. Let's move forward. Now, let us understand the production and the capacity utilization of the ferroalloy plants in India. The, there are four categories of ferroalloys under which the production has been classified. These are manganese alloys, chromium alloys, ferrosilicon, and noble alloys. The total installed capacity in 2010-11 is slightly outdated. It's 5.15 million metric tons. Now, against this, the production of the ferroalloys was only 2.89 million metric tons, indicating a capacity utilization of 56% only. Now, such a low capacity utilization is definitely a matter of concern for any industry. Let's go ahead. To understand the problems being faced by ferroalloys industries or the opportunities which are on their way, let us just look at this SWOT analysis for the Indian ferroalloy industry. If you look at the strengths of this industry, we have mineral reserves, although there are some issues about the reserves, but India does have chromium and manganese reserves available. We also have technical manpower available because ferrochrome production is a technically oriented job, meaning we need people with technical skills and capabilities and knowledge. So that manpower is available, and we have low labor costs. And the plants being located in India, they are located in proximity to the consumers, most likely nearer to the steel plants, and they are also located nearer to the ports. Therefore, they can be export. The product can be exported. Now, if you go to the weakness, the weakness is we still have a high cost of capital, whereby meaning the plant's installation cost is very high. And ferroalloy production is a highly power intensive process. Therefore, we also have a weakness in high cost of power. Having said this, we also looked at that we are having reserves of chromium and manganese ore, but then we don't have enough reserves of high grade ores. Uh, that is one another weakness. The other weaknesses are something very common, like the lowering of import duty, which can happen to any product per se, and the cyclical nature of steel industry again passes on to the ferroalloy industry. And the major consumers being steel plants, they are highly integrated and big companies. They will the negotiating power when comes to buying of ferroalloys. Now, having said this, let us look at what are the opportunities being thrown up by this industry to the producers. India is a very robust economy and it is having a great scope for expansion in steel capacity and improving in infrastructure. I don't have to stress on the per capita steel consumption, which is very low in India. Therefore, there is a lot of scope for improvement and it is improving. And the government is putting thrust on industrial and economic reforms through several initiatives like thrust on infrastructure, programs like Make in India, Smart City programs. These are all likely to increase the demand for steel, which in turn will increase the demand for ferroalloys. Having said that, we also looked at certain issues like unavailability of high grade ores, high cost of power, etc. These definitely give an opportunity for the producers to look at alternative raw material security arrangements. They can also look at uh, opportunities like putting up captive power plants. In fact, many producers have installed their captive power plants to reduce the cost of power. And they also have opportunities to expand in other territories outside India, and also they have opportunities to associate with global players, and if need be, they can also look at possibilities of takeover. And this is also an exchange, foreign exchange earning industry, meaning the exports earn foreign exchange. The threats are increasing import of ferroalloys, which is bound to it happens in all the industry, but here also it is there. Mushrooming growth of ferroalloy plants, which we saw earlier, that there is a very low capacity utilization. It's a highly commoditized market, therefore strong players or well entrenched players, they have a advantage in selling their product. Threat of substitutes to steel itself, and there are some threats from special grade alloys from competitors, meaning high quality, high grade or specialized grade ferroalloys being produced by competitors, which if you cannot, which a particular producer, if they cannot match, they may not be able to serve the high quality steel requirements, high quality requirement of ferroalloys for steel industry. And another major concern is there are the reserves are depleted, and we have highly concentrated players in ore, mainly chrome ore and manganese ore are supplied by mainly two players, OMC and MOI. Now, this is a tough scene, but it also throws opportunities as we expect. Let's go on. Now, having understood this part, let's make a small analysis of the product wise segments. As we already saw, there are four segments in the product. One is ferrochrome, ferromanganese, third is ferrosilicon, and others. I have listed out the uses. I don't think I should read it out, but still very short introduction. Ferromanganese is used in the foundry and steel making, especially in automotive industries. Ferrochrome is used mainly for stainless steel. Ferrosilicon is a deoxidizing agent, and it's also a raw material in manufacture of certain ferroalloys. Ferrotungsten and others are used in some high-speed steel, etc. So this is that unique property of ferroalloy, like imparting certain unique property to the steel, like corrosion resistance, hardenability, etc., etc. That makes it a very very important ingredient of steel. Therefore, the ferroalloy per se will play a role in steel as long as steel itself is in demand, and as we saw, there is the steel demand is likely to increase. Now let us further get into the market scenario. What are the projections for the market? According to a recent report, the global ferroalloy market is likely to grow by 5.4% CAGR rate up to 2020. I have given the values, the current market value and the expected market value by 2020. The main demand driver, as we saw earlier, is global steel industry. And we also know that countries like Brazil, Russia, India, etc., they are all uh, uh, they are all highly construction oriented countries, meaning the construction activities are in increasing trend. Therefore, demand for steel and ferroalloy will increase. The advancement of high strength and lightweight steel grades, meaning the unique grade steels, will give new growth opportunities for alloy market. Meaning the players will have opportunities to introduce or develop new products suiting to the demand of the steel industry. There is a as a conclusion, we can say there is a reasonable potential in the near future. It's up to the producers to be bullish and take it forward and exploit the opportunities. Now, this is the last slide where I have listed the challenges and what is the way forward for this industry. Availability of quality raw material will definitely be a major challenge going forward, especially the availability is concentrated with two suppliers. Therefore, prominent players should use this as an opportunity to look at alternative arrangements. So it could be in any form, like a tie-up with some other supplier or maybe whatever form it can take. So they can secure their raw material through alternative arrangements. This is an opportunity. You never know; it may also be a great cost saver as well. We don't know. It could be a possibility. And India is a growing economy, therefore it provides ample opportunities for growth, especially sectors like defense and other industries where high quality steel, specialized quality steels are required. They will also require specialized or unique quality ferroalloys. Therefore, opportunities there for players to develop products which we just now saw. Being a commoditized product, the producers can concentrate on developing their strength in other aspects as well, like financing strength, the servicing of the customers, volumes, quality, deliveries, etc. etc. As the main differentiating factor to stabilize or to stabilize themselves as a major player in the market or a reputed player in the market. Increase in imports is an omnipresent challenge. It is definitely there in any industry. Here also it is there. So the producers definitely have to be competitive as far as imports are concerned. And the main point again is it's coming to it is majorly what it is definitely dependent only on steel industry, and therefore the steel industry's future will definitely decide the ferroalloy industry's future. But then there is ample scope for growth. So all these challenges when we have listed, we definitely also can find there is an opportunity for the players to take these challenges into an opportunity and convert them into their favor, so they can take advantage of the same. So this is what a very brief introduction. This is not very elaborate presentation.